Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Battle, yes! Alright, not a 3 or a 5. Not a 3 or a 5. People forget. Battle phase. Let's go! Battle phase, let's go. Not a 3 or a 5. Why? Please enter the battle phase. Yes! 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 3 or 5! Every single time I've... Okay. Not a 3 or a 5, please. Hey peoples, welcome and hopefully welcome back to the channel. Since this is the actual episode 13 of the series where I challenge myself to use every alt win con in Master Duel live on stream and in ranked. Last stream didn't really go that well, but I still made a video from it so that I could provide some kind of entertainment after a failed 8-hour stream challenge. I was using musical Sumo Dice Games, which on its own is hard enough, let alone in ranked. So I went back to the drawing board, did some more research, and found a deck list that was actually consistent enough to bring it into the ranked ladder. However, before moving on, I did want to remind people that the series is getting close to the finale, so to stay informed, follow me on Twitch and then sub here on YouTube. Also, my next two streams are scheduled for this and next Wednesday, June 4th and June 11th, both at 12 p.m. EST. And if you follow the series, you can tell by deduction that the next stream on the 4th is going to be the Exodia stream. And I saved Exodia for last because I felt as though it would be a good pre-finale for the video series, as well as a great way to end the big stream, which is all about alt win cons. So, end where we begin, so to speak. But why be excited about watching some random YouTuber or streamer just try to win with Exodia? And I asked myself the same question, so to try to make it actually hype, I found some interesting new way that I haven't seen done before. And I know it's the most overdone deck since Yu-Gi-Oh! Became a TCG, but there are new cards added to Master Duel recently that makes the way that I thought of actually viable now. And I'll do some more research to see if it was done first by somebody else, and if it was, I'll post their video or post in the deck inspo section of the description, but I like to think it counts at least to say that I thought of it myself before finding a guide or something about it. So I'd love to see you there live on the 4th at 12 p.m. EST for the Exodia stream. Since this is the second to last alt win con deck in the series, there isn't really another one to plan for, so the next stream on the 11th will be used to practice and familiarize myself with all the decks again, because the series was started over a month ago, and I'll use that time to fine-tune all the decks as well. So no video on the 16th of June, or at least one like this. Maybe I'll do one to raise awareness and get some hype for the series or the stream finale. Speaking of, as incentive, I will be doing a giveaway for the stream finale, a $100 gift card to TCG Player or cash equivalent, whichever the winner prefers. All you have to do is tune into the stream finale, not this next one, but the stream finale, which will be on the 21st of June starting at 9 a.m. EST on a Saturday, and comment while watching, be followed on Twitch, and then subscribed on YouTube. So again, to win that $100, watch the stream finale on the 21st, comment, follow, and sub on YouTube and Twitch. The winner will be randomly picked from one of you that meets the 3 requirements in the Twitch comments. I'll reach out via Twitch to confirm, then email, so have a working email, and then I'll email the gift card code. So good luck, and I'd love to see you there. Anyways, that all being said and out of the way, let's get back into the video about musical Sumo Dice Games. When researching, I couldn't find anything on YouTube remotely close to what I wanted to, unless I planned on streaming another full 8-hour shift and then just hoping to get lucky with that 6. But I did find a deck on the Master Duel subreddit that was 2 years old in a post from Rosendar, I think it's how I pronounce his name. There was a deck list provided with the video, but it wasn't the deck that was featured in the post, so again I had to second by second follow the sped up replay to see which cards he was exactly using. But after adding everything into the deck, there was still 10 cards missing from the main and then 1 card from the extra, so I had to jump into solo mode and then practice with it, add, subtract a bunch of cards, and then after spending like a few hours, I actually came up with a deck that was pretty consistent, at least for musical Sumo Dice Games. But again, if you're doing it in ranked, you have to get pretty lucky with the opening hand, not getting hand trapped, and then having your opponent sit through a 5-minute combo. And it is a full 5-minute combo, it's actually really involved. And I'll get into the deck list and go over everything you need to know and how to win with this deck, but just to praise it a little bit more, I actually won in under 30 minutes using this in ranked in the past stream. I'm sure if you clicked on the video you already know about musical Sumo Dice Games, but just to give some background, it's a generic rank 6 XYZ that will let you roll a dice and then travel around the board's main monster zones clockwise equal to the dice roll and then absorb a monster that's underneath it as material. If by this effect it gets over 6 materials this way, you'll just win the duel. Previously, the way that I set this up was by using that 6, which in short will let me control the dice rolls, result, and let me win as long as I don't roll a 3 or a 5. And the goal was to stack up Zodiacs, one monster zone adjacent to musical Sumo Dice Games, and as long as I didn't get that dreaded 3 or 5, it would force a 1 roll, I would absorb the Zodiacs and then just win. But that didn't really turn out too well, as you saw in the intro or if you watched the last video. So when I was making the new deck, I was looking for something that would either get me to a board with that 6 musical Sumo Dice Games and then a stacked XYZ monster so I could just turbo it out and then get lucky with that 6, or something that would just take chance right out of the equation, which this new deck accomplishes quite well. So that means no that 6 required. No luck required with this one. You know, this card right here, screw this card. I hate this card. less than 1% chance of winning after losing that many dice rolls in a row, that was absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, I really enjoy the fact that this deck doesn't include that. And even though the stream was only around 30 minutes this time, I'll still go over some quick duel stats and then right into the deck list, which will probably last longer than the actual duel portion of the video. So for Musical Sumo Dice Games, I dueled a total of 13 times, going first 7 times, going second 6 times, winning 2 duels. One was the surrender, the other was the alt-win con, of course, losing 11 duels, and then because I went first most of the time and surrendered if I went second, I wasn't hand trapped that much, but the one hand trap that actually did stop me was, of course, Ash Blossom. And then because, again, I said I wanted to take luck completely out of the situation, this deck didn't use Cup of Ace. So no Cup of Ace equaling Pot of Greed, I know, shocker. So let's get into the deck list, and then please bear with me because it will be a long explanation. Alright, this is the deck list for Musical Sumo Dice Games by Rosendar on Reddit, and along with my interpretation and then addition and subtraction. It looks really confusing because it's a 60 card or almost 60 card deck, but it's actually really consistent, provided that you go first, don't get hand trapped, and your opponent lets you combo off for 5 minutes. And then also you draw into a really good hand, which the consistency kind of leans into. You only really need 2 cards to have full combo, which is Lifeless Leafish and then any one of your special summons, being a ZS Ascendant Sage, a Tenyi Spirit, or an Angler. That being said, I'm going to go over the deck list, each card included in the deck, give a little explanation as to why there are multiples, and then I'm actually going to go into a pre-recorded duel. That way I can kind of pause and give explanation as to why there are certain cards in the deck or why we're doing certain things. Scrap Mind Reader, 1 of, 3 Beautiful Princess, 2 Renaud, 2 Fishborg Planter, 2 Left Hand Shark, 2 Gluttonous, 2 Scrap Shark, 3 Silent Angler, 3 Time Thief Ship Bezel, 3 Tenyi Spirit Shithana, 2 Right Hand Shark, 1 Codebreaker 0 Day, 3 Lifeless Leafish, 1 Rocky, 3 ZS Ascendant Sage, 3 Scrap Golem, 2 Super Ancient Deep Sea King, 2 Zafraxi, 1 Foolish Burial, 3 Magical Mallets, 1 1-for-1, haha, 1 Rank Up Magic Astral Force, 3 Perry Reese Map, 3 Small World, 2 Cursed Bamboo, 1 Burning, 1 Yangzing Unleashed, and then this is optional, but because it's a 60 card deck you might not draw into it, but if it helps you, Called by the Grave. For the extra, 1 Entis, 1 Denglong, 1 Coral Dragon, 1 White Aura, 1 Number 71, 1 Dugares, Time Thief Perpetua, Merrymaker, of course your Musical Sumo Dice Games, Isolde, Scrap Wyvern, Cross Sheep, 2 Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, and then technically you don't really need the last slot, so I just put Saryuja in here just because I wanted to have it be a full extra. You only need Lifeless Leafish to then send your Super Ancient Deep Sea King to the graveyard, and you need another card that's a level 4 to be able to be special summoned. So you need to open either Lifeless or something that can get it, like Beautiful Princess, Perry Reese into Beautiful to Lifeless, or Small World to Beautiful Princess to Lifeless Leafish, or something else that will enable your combo. So Lifeless, and then another special summon. For example, a really good hand would be Lifeless, and then any one of these 3, Silent Angler, Tenyi Spirit, or ZS. That way you can summon or special summon first, depending on if you get either of these 2. And then normal summon your Lifeless Leafish, send King, and then go off into full combo. And then before I switch off to the video, I'm going to explain why there's multiples, because if you draw into either a 2 of or 3 of the cards I'm going to list, you are going to lose the duel and not be able to do the combo because it draws cards from the deck and not from the hand. Initially in the main post, he only had 1 of each of these, Renaud, Mind Reader, Fishborg, Bezel Ship. Deep Sea King he actually had 2 of. Zafraxi he only had 1 of as well, as only 1 Cursed Bamboo, so I run 2 just in case you draw into it. It's not an instant L, and technically you can still combo off if you have Scrap Mind Reader in your opening hand, just as long as you discard it with Deep Sea King. You draw into 2 of your Renauds, you're going to lose. If you draw into 2 of your Bezel Ships, you're going to lose. If you draw into 2 of your Deep Sea Kings, you're going to lose. If you draw into 2 of your Safraxis, you're going to lose. The cards that you can have in your hand and be okay with it, you can start off with a Yangzing Unleashed, you can have a Rocky, you can have a 0 Day. Because when comboing, there are certain cards effects that only draw from the deck and attach from the deck, like Perpetua will attach Bezel Ship to Musical Sumo Dice Games once on your turn and then once in their draw phase. And if you draw into 2 of them, you're not going to have enough material to then win the duel. This is the biggest L you could see in your hand. Everything else, there is kind of a workaround, especially if you have Magical Mallet, but I'm going to let the duel kind of do the talking for me, and then I'll explain things as we go along. So this is the test replay. I did it in ranked actually, just so that I could be sure that I could do it on stream, because I didn't want to repeat of that 8-hour, but anyways, I'll just let the replay speak for itself, pause it when necessary so that you can understand the combo. So parry Reesing, because we want to get into another card that we'll get into a lifeless. I get a Beautiful, activate Small World. We're going to banish Beautiful, and then Tenyi Spirit to then get an Ascendant Sage. Ascendant Sage is going to special summon itself. We're going to normal summon Beautiful. Its effect is going to activate to then special summon out Lifeless Leaffish. So you see how there's multiple ways to get into the initial combo, and then this is it. This is full combo. As long as you have at least one card you can discard and be fine with it in the graveyard, you can combo off. So then we're going to send Deep Sea King. We're going to go into Dugares. Instead of actually drawing, which is the most use for Dugares, we're actually going to special summon Deep Sea King. Discard a card, special summon 4 monsters. And I usually stick with these 4 monsters because of how the recording was and how I ended up testing for it. So Tuna, Fishborg, Left Hand, and Gluttonous. You're going to synchro out for a Yang Zing. Denglong. It's going to get you your Unleashed Trap card. You're then going to use Beautiful and Danglong for a Coral Dragon. Danglong is going to activate and get you your Zaphraxi from the deck. You're then going to use these 2 level 3s to overlay for number 71. Once 71's on the field, you're going to get rid of Dugares and the other card that you have, Deep Sea King, for a Sheep. That way, you can activate 71 to bring back Dugares for more material. Doesn't matter what material you attach to it, it's fine. And then you're going to send number 71 and your Coral Dragon to special summon your Entis, because it's an XYZ and a Synchro monster, placing it in the Cross Sheep zone. And the specific chain that you're going to activate first is going to be Cross Sheep, Coral, then number 71, because 71 will resolve first, putting a rank up magic on the top of your deck, not adding it. Coral Dragon will then draw that card. And then Sheep you can actually do last, doesn't really matter, but the only thing you need to know is that you need to activate 71 so that it's last in the chain, and then Coral so that you can put it on the top, then draw. Sheep is going to get you your Gluttonous back. Gluttonous is going to activate to get you another monster from the graveyard, which is your Tuna. Send Entis and Glutton. Going to make a White Aura. That's going to get you your Deep Sea King back. You're going to send your Sheep and your White Aura. That's going to make you your Virus Swordsman. You're going to send these 2 to make another Virus Swordsman. And this is where the no luck required comes in, because you're going to be special summoning to your opponent's side of the field. That's where day 0 is, or 0 day. 2 Virus Swordsman is going to go into Isolde. Isolde's going to get you another card to then discard for Deep Sea King. It's going to allow you to special summon 4 more monsters. And again, I chose these specific 4 just because that's the way I practiced. I'm not sure if there's another way to work around, but Scrap Shark, Right Hand, Silent Angler, and another Silent Angler. You're going to send the 2 Anglers for Perpetua. Right Hand is going to get Left Hand back from the grave. It's going to be a level 4. You're going to make Merrymaker. And if you didn't have Rocky in the hand, you'd send it and then attach it, but we do. So you can just attach it straight from the hand. That's why it's fine if you draw into it. Perpetua is going to get it a Time Thief Bezel Ship from the deck. That's why if you have 2 in your hand, you can't win because you need at least 2 in the deck. You're then going to activate Rank Up Magic, making it into Musical Sumo Dice Games because it's 2 ranks higher than the same attribute, I believe. Yep. Isolde is going to send... This is an amazing combo. Isolde is going to send an equip spell, Curse Bamboo, to get Renaud. Renaud's going to activate, choose Cursed Bamboo, and then Cursed Bamboo is going to chain to then get you your Burning. Draw into the Burning, gets you your Curse back. So you're going to skip the main phase, and because you're giving your opponents monsters, with Yang Zing Unleashed, it's going to force them to attack. You're then going to get rid of your Isolde and Scrap Shark to make Scrap Wyvern. Wyvern's going to revive Scrap Shark. It's going to destroy Scrap Shark. It's going to activate it itself, but you're going to chain Wyvern, Shark. Shark is going to send the rank 1 tuner, so that's what you're going to special summon to your opponent's side of the field. This is going to summon a Scrap Golem. It's going to destroy itself due to its effect. You're going to be able to special summon that onto your opponent's side of the field. And it needs to be Scrap Mind Reader because Scrap Shark will destroy itself if you activate a spell or a trap. And the reason it didn't initially because its effects were negated. So you're special summoning this, sending this to the graveyard, and then putting Scrap Mind Reader onto the opponent's field. You're going to end with Yang Zing Unleashed and have activated Cursed Bamboo Sword when you have Burning to then skip their main one. You're going to see some delay. This is when they would surrender, but in their draw phase, Time Thief Perpetua to then add the second Bezel Shift and then chain Yang Zing Unleashed. So that way it has 6, and you need to exceed 6. It's going to go straight to the battle phase, and because no matter what dice roll you use, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, it's going to get past that 6 material, and you're going to just win the duel outright. If it's on your side of the field and it goes to your opponent's side, it doesn't matter if it's on your opponent's side of the field. It matters whose field it was on when it was activated initially. So standby. Due to this card's effect, main phase 1 is skipped. It's going to activate in the battle phase. It doesn't matter what we use. And there it is. Also, one of the only 4 alt win cons with a unique win screen. So going back into the deck, I hope it makes a little bit more sense now. We're going to get into the actual duels. It's going to be like maybe a few attempts and then the actual one duel where I won because it didn't really take that long. Also, I renamed myself Sumo Dice Game because Don't Surrender Please got a lot more surrenders doing a weird long combo alt win con deck than just naming myself Sumo Dice Game. I'm sure people just were morbidly curious as to like, oh, how is this going to actually work? So yeah, let me know if there's an improved way or cards to include or not include. I hope the explanation does it justice. Let me know if there's any questions in the comments. And then we're gonna get into the actual duels. Enjoy. This is a losing hand. Also, I'm going to be a humongous hypocrite. I'm gonna be the biggest hypocrite for this deck. Because if I go second, surrender. If I get hand trapped once, surrender. If I don't open the best hand, surrender. If we go second and they open up like a bunch of combos that just stop me, this is a winning hand, by the way, then I'm not even gonna bother. Blue Eyes, alright, yeah, no. If you're on a losing streak, you're more... And we get Bezel Ship, lovely. Losing hand, this is the only card. I low-key want to put 3 in the deck just so that if I get 1, it doesn't hurt. But then I feel like I'm going to get more. This would have been a really, really good hand. Yeah, it's a perfect hand. Hey look, 2 cats. Oh. Oh, what are we drawing into? Oh my, no. Utopia FDK, no. He's gonna go into 39 and then it's gonna get him something to get another monster to get 39 to get souls, and then he's gonna, that's Mystic Walk. Yeah. It's gonna be one of the other Utopias. Come on, man, know your lines. Know your lines, brother. What are we doing? Alright, it's Utopia FDK. I'm out of here, man. Yeah, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Let's go, rank up game. Alright, please, no Bezel Ship, please. Give me the good hand. And it's immediate, wait, no, no. We could do it. We could do it. It's fine. We have Mallet. We have Mallet. We resmap. Don't you do. Get back in the deck. F out of here. 50 cards. Alright, that's fine. Normal summon. Okay, so I have to normal summon it. That's fine. And if I'm able to combo off, then this is the win. Yeah, there's the Ash. You're such... The Ash Blossom, buddy. Love Ash Blossom, bro. You just love it. You love it so much. Loves to be in my hand. Absolutely loves to be in my hand. because I tested a lot. God? Is that you? I'm praying, please don't surrender. Leaf Fish and a special summon. Leaf Fish and a special summon is all I ask. Oh, there it is. And a called by. Tight, 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 tight. All right. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Now, the only way I can lose is if he surrenders, and that even then, I shall win. Yeah, okay. My lines. What are my lines? Dugares. I didn't think I would get this far. Oh my god. Alright, Dugares. Take 2 off. And then I'm going to use the second effect, a special summon, Deep Sea King. Deep Sea King activate. I'm going to get rid of Small World, that's fine. And I'm going to summon Tuna, Fishborg, Left, and Glutton. Alright, it's coming back to me, From here, I'm going to not activate that, and I'm going to go into Danglong. Danglong is going to get me the Yangzing trap card. I don't want to activate that. Yes, add this. And then I'm going to summon Coral Dragon with Danglong and Tuna. That's fine. When Danglong hits the grave, it's going to activate, getting me as a Fraxi, which is a level 3. From there, we're going to go into number 71. And then we're going to get rid of Dugares and King to make a sheep. Then we can activate number 71's effect to bring back Dugares and give it a material. Doesn't really matter what we give it, but I usually choose that one just to stick with my habits. And then we're going to go into Entis using Coral and 71, placing it in the sheep zone. And then we have to activate sheep first, then Coral, then 71. Technically sheep can be whenever, but we have to activate Coral at 71 in that order, because this will be added to the top of the deck, then Coral will draw it. From there, I'm going to go back into Glutton. I'm going to activate Glutton to then get me back Tuna. I'm going to go into White Aura. White Aura is going to activate to get me back King. I don't want to activate either of those effects. From there, I'm going to go into Virus, Swordsman. And the great part about this deck is you don't need luck. It doesn't require any, well, aside from the initial draw and going first and all that. But there's no dice roll luck. Like, no matter what we roll on the dice, if set up correctly, we will just win. And then we activate Virus Swordsman because it's pointing at another Link monster. We're going to summon this in attack position to his side of the field. From there, we're going to go into Isolde. I think that's how you pronounce it. This just gets us another card to discard. We could just discard the second Renaud, which is fine. Gonna activate King again. Discard the one we just grabbed. This time I'm gonna go Scrap, Right, Angler, Angler. Yeah. I just want to make sure I have a left in the graveyard. I do. So from here, I'm going to go into Perpetua with my 2 anglers. From there, I'm going to summon Left Hand, and because we special summon it, it's going to become a level 4. That's fine. That's going to allow us to go into Merrymaker with Left and Right. Merrymaker is going to activate sending Rocky from deck to graveyard. I don't want to chain that. I mean, we could, but whatever. I'm going to activate Rocky from the graveyard to give it a material. And then the reason that we don't want Bezel in the opening hand is because we're going to use it once on our turn, because it's a quick effect, and then once on our enemy's turn, or opponent's turn, because it'll get another material, enough to do what we need to do. And then from there, I'm going to activate Isolde. And this is a combo that is insane, because we get to send Bamboo for Reynad. It's going to activate, targeting this, and then we can activate its effect to grab Burning, because we're going to skip his main one. And this is negated, so it's safe to activate. So I'm just going to do this now. I'm going to activate Burning. I'm going to activate Cursed Bamboo. We're going to equip it to Renaud. We're going to activate Burning Bamboo. There's so many times where I just didn't. And then from there, I'm going to go into Scrap Dragon with Scrap Shark and Isolde. Scrap Wyvern is going to summon. I'm going to activate it. Getting back Scrap Shark. I'm going to destroy Scrap Shark. I'm going to activate Wyvern, Chain Shark. Resolve, that's fine. Shark is going to send our Mind Reader. Wyvern is going to special summon Golem. It's going to destroy itself, or Wyvern's going to destroy itself. I'm going to activate Golem to then summon this specifically because Scrap Shark would destroy itself. I'm going to rank up Magic, Merrymaker, for Sumo Dice Games. I'm going to set Yang Zing. I'll keep Called By in hand. I'm going to end phase and turn this to on. He draws. I'm going to activate Perpetua and Yang Zing. Resolve. Get that second Bezel on there. We have a third one in the deck. Standby. Battle phase. Main phase 1 is skipped. He has to go to battle phase. And it doesn't matter what we roll. It doesn't matter. Took luck out of the equation. God! Thank God! I'm so glad that that man or woman sat through all that shit just to get Sumo Dice Gamed. Oh my God, it's over. That was so much more efficient. It was a half hour. I did it in less than a half hour. We did what we tried to do in 8 hours in less than a half hour. We won with the effect of musical Sumo Dice Games. I'd had to deep dive and look for a more efficient deck, I guess. So I guess I'll just end the stream now, and it'll make up for last time because I lost the entire day. If you want to laugh at my pain from last time, go check out that video. But yeah, this will be turned into a video. You're probably watching this at the end of the video that I just posted. So hope you all enjoy. Watch out for the next stream. Sub and follow to get notified when the big stream is coming. I'm going to do every single alt-win con and Master Duel in a single go. The finale is going to be soon, within the next month or so. So I hope to catch anybody who is watching this after the fact there. But I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of my day. So peace out, everybody.